Hi fellow traders, I am coming a little bit late today with my video. Well, a lot late. This week I'm doing a lot of the one-on-one sessions. I'm trying to catch everybody before I go on vacation next week that needed to do a session. So it puts the video a little bit later and a little bit later and a little bit later. So, but I still want to try and get them out, win, lose, or draw. But just want to remind everybody who's not a member of the community, we do have our Sneak Peek Wednesday tomorrow morning, our version of Free Chat Day. So just go to averagejoetrader.com, click on the Sneak Peek logo and register. If you want to be interactive, that's the best place to come and join in. I will live stream it on YouTube, but I don't get to monitor the questions or anything that come up on YouTube. So if you want to be interactive, you want to come into the chat room. And the only way to do it is to go to my website and register. One other announcement. After I get back in about 2 weeks, I'm going to start a video series, how to really grow a small day trading account. And what you want to ask yourself is, do you really want to learn how to trade? Or do you want to be entertained with trading alerts all day and you try to duplicate those alerts? There's a choice. There are traders that all they want are alerts and they want to try to duplicate it. And there are traders that really want to learn how to trade and how to grow a small account. Or even if you have a larger account, you need to learn how to trade, or else you're going to end up with a small account. So, how to really grow a small day trading account is going to cover the things that you need to be aware of, the things that you need to focus on. Because you can pay somebody all this money to be entertained all day, and you can spend all your time trying to chase trade alerts. But you have to realize some of them aren't real. Some of them are just called out, but the trades are never taken. And you're trying to chase, phantom trades. That's not a viable strategy. That's not going to get you to where you want to be if you really want to learn how to trade. So, look forward to that in a couple of weeks. As soon as I get back, that week I get back is when I'm going to start it. Alright, so let's jump in and take a look at the trades that I took today. Alright, the first trade I took this morning, right out of the gate in pre-market, this is unique because ALDR was a 5-cent tick stock. I typically don't trade them. I never really had any good fortune with them. I've always had trouble kind of reading the price action. But this one was a real solid setup, and I knew I couldn't really trade that much today because I was going to be out, and I wouldn't be in until later on in the day. So I saw this and I was like, this is just a solid setup here. We're rejecting VWAP. So I only went in 100 shares. 100 shares on a, is a $14 stock or $16 stock at the time. Is nothing. But, I got in and I took 100 shares because, from here to this level here at 15.11, was almost a point. So if I took 100 shares and I took it all off here, that's almost $100. So I was like, that's great. I can deal with that. So I went ahead and got in, and I didn't take it off at 15. I kind of waited for it to come through. At 15.11, I kind of waited to see if we would test 15, and we did. So I took half off at 15. So when I got the point, I took half off. And, I really should have taken the other half at another point. But I didn't. I was being a little bit greedy here. And it came down and it pulled back up. And I thought, well, hey, maybe we'll get this move and we'll test, this low again. But we didn't. And we started to recover. So I went ahead and took it off here at 14.40 and said if I had time, I would get back in. But I didn't. I had to end up going into the office, into the doctor's office, so I couldn't really do much. But this was a solid pre-market trade, and if I'm not really putting the dollar amounts up here because what I want you to do is you can go to averagejoetrader.com and I'll show you. You can go to my website, and over here on the left you'll see my recent trades. Okay, once I download them. And so you see this one was the first one. My entry was at 16. My last exit was at 14. Well, actually it was 14.40, but they averaged when I scaled out 14.70, $115 profit. That's not bad for a $1 stock. Not bad at all. So you can go there, or you can look on my Twitter page and go to my Twitter account, and you can see all of the, let's see, you can see all of the exact amounts. Profitly is going to average them, but you can see the exact dollar figure because this is what it is after they, SureTrader takes out all their fees and commissions and all that. So this is more of a real life indicator of how much I actually profited. So 115.09 off of this pre-market trade. That's not bad. I mean, yeah, I could have made more money, but you don't know. You don't know whether this is going to wash out like this or whether you're going to get a bounce. So you have to trade smart. And that's, what I was doing. And this is exactly what I like to teach. Even if you're in 100 shares, you want to practice scaling out. You want to practice this because when you get into larger size, you're going to want to take profit. And if you're not used to doing it and you don't have the feel for it, it's going to be very difficult when you start to do it. So I always recommend learning, but you want to make sure if you scale out that the trade makes sense. It made sense for me to take half off at a point when we had the potential to make another point or two. It just made sense. So I went ahead and did that. See, so the next trade I did take another one. I forgot about that. But this is the one that I really wanted to share. This is a VWAP rejection, and then the trend continuation down. And this is exactly what I teach in a day trading class. How to find these points and how to scale out and make sure that as the stock moves down, you're gonna be able to take profit along the way. So here I've got, I got short here. I took 200 shares right here at 14.40. This is kind of where we stopped the last time, at this level. So I took some at this level. I got short just under the 20. After we rejected up here. The next target, I think I took some here at 14.30 because I kind of thought we were gonna bounce here because of the way the price action was looking. I went ahead and took some here. So I didn't have 200 and 200 to cover at these levels. I can only split this into take 100 shares off here at 14 and then took another 100 shares off at my target. 1365 was my ultimate target. I didn't think we were going to get down. We did get down to 1350s, here. But 1365 was my target. This was a daily level. So I was pretty pleased with that. No problems at all taking it here because that was a plan. That was my target. And let's see on that one. Where is... All right, here. So on that trade, we got 321.36. That was on the VWAP rejection and trend continuation down. Then the earlier trade, that one 124.91, that was a little bit earlier before that. I think I was actually in the car when I took this one. And it wasn't it was a late entry because on the phone you really can't do much. Sometimes it doesn't enter like you're supposed to, and it just didn't work out the way I wanted to. We still got 124.91 on small size. I think I only traded 200 or 300 shares on this, because I was on the phone. But on this trade, I did load up, and for me, right now, 600 shares is loading up. Really, I meant to do 500, but I just kind of accidentally clicked up an extra 100 shares and, got in. But that's fine, all well and good. So that was my day on day trading. It's been pretty good. The last couple of weeks. Yesterday, I just kind of had an out-of-body experience, and I'm beyond that now. So hopefully I won't see any more of those anytime soon. But we started the swing trade class last week, and Sunday, in the class Sunday, I taught them my first strategy, and we did a scan for that strategy and came up with some stocks to watch. And on that watch Sunday, we had CBI, we had CAKE, we had AAP, and we had BBBY. And we were both looking for those to move off the bottom here and give us a run up to the 20 on each one of these charts. And each one, these hit our scan. So yesterday, I got in AAP. It triggered at the open. and I got in CBI. It triggered at the open. And I think I covered this in the video from yesterday. So I got in here, and this was my first profit target. And I didn't anticipate it hitting this today. Yesterday. And it did. It went up. I got in here at 120.10 and got out at 123.55. I took half off. I still have half this position on, even though today, it did pull back late in the day. It closed weak. This is probably the weakest bullish candle you can get, and so it closed weak. And then this morning it didn't open that well, but we didn't sell off, and I would have covered it, the rest at break even, if it had pulled back. But we tested this 123.50 level again and pulled back. So I'm looking tomorrow, if we continue to just grind up, then eventually we're going to pop this and make this run up. So still in half. Booked a cool, got into 120.10, took half off at 123.55. So that's what, 3.5 points. Not bad on that trade so far, and we still got some more to go. CBI, I got in yesterday at 14.06. Really the trigger was Friday, but I don't swing trade over the weekend. I don't like getting in on Fridays and then hold it over the weekend. So we were looking for this to trigger Monday, and it did. We opened higher than we closed on Friday. Triggered my entry, got in at 14.06. And yesterday, it went up about 50 cents, but that was about it. I'm expecting this stock to be a slow mover, because if you see all of these candles, the range, you got some that's over $1, so I'm not expecting this to move too fast. Maybe 50, 60 cents a day, maybe 75. But today we opened, and we were fortunate enough to get a good catalyst. So news came out, and I say fortunate because we could have just as easily received negative news, and then this started to sell off and take us out of the trade. But we had positive news, and this drove this stock up. And I took half off here at the 20, because that was my plan, to take half off at the 20 and look to see if we push it or if we reject this. Now in hindsight, I wish I didn't take half off. I wish I had just taken a quarter off and taken a quarter off here. So I took half off, and I watched it around this level here. I was looking to take a quarter at 18, and I almost did. And if I was smart, I would have taken a quarter here and then a quarter there. But I wasn't. I was a little bit greedy, and I just held on to it. And I took a quarter off right here, 19.95. Well, actually, it was what, might have been 19.96. I think I got out. But either way, I still have a quarter of my position on. If we, maybe we get a little pullback tomorrow, and we may start doing this, what Apple is doing. Like we're gearing up, we're making higher lows, we're gearing up to push this level. Maybe we pull back a little bit, we gear up to push this level. And my next target would be the 50-day right here. So just waiting to see, what happens with this. But, I did get a letter from, or a note from, email from one of the students. And let me show you. He said, this is my first intro to swing trading up until now. All I knew about swing trading was to stay away because overnight is very risky. And in long run, you only lose money, or so I was told. And that was kind of the way I felt about swing trading too. I was always terrified of holding positions overnight. But however, after only learning one of your strategies and following it exactly how you tell us to follow, the results are amazing. And if Monday and today are an indication of what swing trading is all about with slow volume markets, then I can't wait for the high volume markets to come back. And the swing trading is what's been sustaining me all year. And that's why, I felt it was time to bring it out and to start sharing, the swing trades. Because the way the market has been, there's opportunity in the market and we've been taking advantage of it. But the swing trades have really, really sustained me and helped me stay on track. So he goes on to say, in 2 days, I've taken 3 trades. And on one, he's made 1.5 points, 3.2 points on another, 2.63 points on another. But most importantly, I felt confident and stress-free entering each trade because I had a system in place thanks to my oversold strategy. And it's a strategy, it's a process, and it's stress-free. You know where you're getting in, you know where you're getting out, and you know where to set your stop. And the way this is set up is you're not risking a lot. I know on some swing trades, on some of my strategies, I may have to risk $1 or $2 in order to make 6. In this case, you're not risking a whole lot. You're not risking a whole lot at all. If the trade doesn't work, you're out. You only lost a couple of dollars and you're ready to move on to the next setup. And just like anything else, they don't work 100% of the time. But they will work between 65 to 70% of the time if you follow the process and you do the things that you want to do. And he says, I don't know if it's beginner's luck or all 52 weeks in a year like this. All I want is to get 1 to 3 points on each trade while only taking 2 to 4 trades per week. That's very doable. That is very doable. You're not going to be 100% profitable on each trade. It's not going to happen. But if you're looking to trade 4 times a week and you're profitable on 3 of the trades or even 2 of the trades, you're still going to make decent money because the stops are very tight. And it's not so that it's smothering the trade. It's if this trade is going to work the way it's supposed to, then it's going to respect that stop and it won't stop you out. So just wanted to share, that with you because we are, this is a alternative to day trading. If you've been day trading and you've had, trouble and things seem to move too fast for you and you really can't get a groove, you can try swing trading. And for a lot of people, swing trading is better for them because they don't have to sit there and watch the charts all day, but you're actively trading. You check I check it in the morning, I check it at lunch, and I check it into the close, unless one of my alerts hit. If one of my alerts hit, then I'm gonna jump on it at that point. So it's a lot less stress. Oh, in the M swing trade that we took last week, just to update you on it, I took the last half off at break even. We did bounce off this level. My plan was to take half here and look for it to fade this, because this was the second time it was testing it. It bounced, and more than likely, once you get a double bottom, you're probably going to break the resistance level that you're basing your trade off of, and that's exactly what it did. Took half off, took the last half off here, so still made a decent amount on this. But these are the things that happen. This is how you have to manage your trade. Alright, so that's it for me today. Remember, we have free chat tomorrow, our sneak peek Wednesday. So make sure you come join us if you're not a part of the room. And I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning.